of the late AmaZulu Prime Minister Mangosuthu Buthelezi has described the final moments spent with his father as painful but a blessing. Prince Buthelezi was with the late Prince when he passed away in the early hours of yesterday morning. In fact, let's take you now to our reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo, who is on standby outside the home of the Prince Buthelezi. Ziyanda, good afternoon to you. So I imagine more and more political leaders, high-profile business people coming to pay their last respects there.
Absolutely, and leaders from different political formations have come here. We've just concluded a church service here where we heard from, the KZN ANC chairperson, Sponiso Duma, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, who's part of the NCNEC, but also here with us is ActionSA's Zwakele. He's the leader of the party here in the province. And just take us through what's important for you to be here. And I'm asking this, you're having a policy conference next week, and one of the proposals that you're going to be deliberating over are around traditional leadership, which is also pivotal so when reflecting on the life of someone like Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi.
Yeah, it's a sad day, not only for Buthelezi family or the IFP. It's a sad day actually for the entire country, especially for us as Zulu Nation. As you correctly said, we've got a policy conference, but as ActionSA, we saw it fit to come and pay our respect to our father, because Shenge was our father. Shenge was the father of Zulu Nation. He is able to pave way for us. Today we talk about Zulu monarchy being respected internationally is because of Mncwango Pindangene. Today we talk about the piece of land in KwaZulu-Natal being protected under Ngonyama Trust. It's because of Mncwango Pindangene. And the teachings that he has led us with in terms of integrity, accountability, and ensuring that as leaders we can able to lead the society without stealing money from public funds. So this what's a legacy. As ActionSA, we are saying we have learned from Mncwango Pindangene. Today we are saying to the family, condolences. Whatever has happened, it doesn't only affect them as a family, it affects us as a Zulu Nation.
And you were also reflecting on some moments that you shared with them. Perhaps if you could also reflect on them for those who weren't listening.
Yeah, Mncwango Pindangene, it was a person who was always laughing, he will never treat you as just a child. He will always give you the respect as well as a leader. Although I was young as a leader, but he will always give me the respect. But he always tell us that end of the day, we as young people, we must lead this country with some level of integrity. But also he always said he will want to see this reconciliation, as I was saying inside there, that the IFP and the ANC have a responsibility on their shoulders to ensure that whatever he wanted to achieve before he died, he achieved a lot of things. The only thing he said I have failed to achieve was a reconciliation between the IFP and the ANC, which means then this is what is left on the shoulders of IFP and ANC leadership to make sure that finally his dream, his vision finally is fulfilled. Because end of the day, I think leaders have failed Mncwango Pindangene, because it wasn't for him, it was needed all parties to come together. As all speakers were saying, there were 5 asides, 10 asides, 3 asides, but all attempts have failed. But maybe they failed because they failed to define what it means to reconcile.
And as someone on the sidelines, you are not even probably going to be contesting in the elections here in KwaZulu-Natal. How important then is the stability of the province? Are you concerned about any possible ructions now that an elder has left the room?
I doubt. I think he has left the foundation very strong. Not only him, including Obama Madiba, they've left the foundation very strong, especially in KwaZulu-Natal. I don't think there will be any intimidation. I don't think there will be any violence. The violence we see currently, and even killings in the province, are mainly intra-party related matters. I don't believe that just because it's normal, there will be violence in the province. I doubt. But I think all of us, as I'm saying, we have learned a lot from him, and all we must do now is to carry on with his teachings, because end of the day, he has written history, and for us is to live with that history and say how then we ensure the stability in our province. And I doubt there's any leader who can doubt what he believed on. But again, I think one must also ask those who are on social media to say, look, let's really respect the family. You know, yes, we all have history. Yes, we've got all of our own things that people can say different things about us. Not saying those who have something negative, they mustn't say time, but now let's respect the family. And that is why we are saying the family must try by all means to ignore the noises on social media and those who are trying to distract us in terms of paying respect to this honorable man. Because this is a statement. That is why we also of the view that and belief that the president will afford him a state funeral, because he deserves it. He is a statesman. He will never go beyond Ushengo's Natal. In fact, we strongly believe that he has not yet honored. And that is why I think I support the call made by Inkosi, Deputy President, Inkosi Mncwango Buthelezi, who is the President of the IFP, when he said we should be able to praise people while they're still with us. And I think most of the things we are saying today, most of us have never sat down and say, Shenge, we honor you, Shenge, you've done a lot for our country. Shenge, you've done a lot for our monarchy, especially as I said earlier, we have a monarch well respected in the country. It's because of Mncwango. We have stability in our monarchy. If it wasn't there, and I think Nkulunkulu left him just to make sure that at least he after King Zwelithini, he makes sure that there's a new king being appointed, so that there's no issues afterwards, because we know the issues are still there in Nkulunkulu.
All right, that's ActionSA's Zwakele Mncwango, reflecting then on the life of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. Clement?